Odds are you don't have a content problem. You just have a problem with consistency. If you go scroll TikTok for like 5 minutes, you'll see that the biggest accounts are posting pretty similar content from when they blew up because they've built this trust with their followers that they know what kind of emotion they're going to evoke when they see that creator. Their audience then comes back like clockwork because they have this repetition built. It makes them just want to watch more. Back in 2018, I was on this hamster wheel of trying to find my audience. You couldn't generate more than about 500 different followers, and most of those people were coming from my personal page and just going straight to my art page. So it was like people I knew from high school, and then my growth strategy was basically just posting a story about my art page on my personal page, and that was it. Not only that, I didn't even trust myself that I was capable of doing so. I simply didn't try to actually grow the way I do now. A lot of people love the shit on mindset and say that it didn't have any like contribution to building something online, but I think it is a majority of what happens when you actually decide to start posting like an influencer, like a creator, like someone who's going to make a full-time income on here. It's a mindset shift that you're going to have to go through, or else you're just never going to make it. When we see those big creators on TikTok, it's not that they're more talented than you. It's just that they picked one lane and stuck to it. They doubled down on whatever they were doing, and it worked. They didn't just chase every single new trend. They ended up going deeper, not wider. After coaching hundreds of different creators, the one thing that stood out to me is basically the stronger the creator's mind or their mindset around it, the more they grew. It's just one variable. I've noticed that when they actually believe that they can do it, they start to actually formulate pathways that are actually going to get them there. So it's really a transformation of the mind as much as it is a transformation of your social presence online. That being said, to reinforce a strong mind, we need to be reminded more than we need to be taught. Most of us at this level already know how to post a good video, already know how to generate a decent hook. It's just being reminded that these things are going to take some time. It's a process. We don't need to be taught anything new. We just need to double down on what we're already doing or what we're seeing that's working and iterating on that process. In my mind, when it comes to success, the longer you can stay in the game, the longer the time horizon you stretch, you have more chances of success. Of course, it's a numbers game. But if you have like a 3 month time span and you're like, I need this to work by the end of the year, then odds are it's not going to work. And when it doesn't work, you're going to get defeated. All that dopamine from building what you're already doing will start to deflate because you're not going to actually get the results that you want. So believe it or not, you have free will and you control every single input that you make, especially when it comes to social media. So if you can control that you post 15 times on your story a day. You can control that you post one reel a day. You can control the fact that you can go live. The only thing you can't control is the viewership. You can get better at getting more views, but you can't force viewership unless you're just buying ads, and that still isn't organic viewership. If you just planted a seed in your garden, you wouldn't dig it up every day to see if it's growing or sprouting a root. You would wait till it starts to breach the ground, and you would watch it grow into something big. In a very simple term without an analogy, it's basically just trusting the process. A lot of the times people try to change their format or change the way they do content because they want to go viral. And there is a time and place to go viral. I call it casting a big net. I like to think about it like this. Content is a funnel. The top of the funnel is basically you as a fishing ship, casting as big of a net as you can. It's the viral content. It's what's going to bring people to your page. The middle is bringing that fish that you caught on the ship to the market. At the market is when you nurture your audience, you get them understanding who you are and what you like to do. And then once someone buys the fish, aka the bottom of your funnel, that's when someone fillets the fish and cooks it. So that's taking your audience that already knows and likes you and brings them into the buying phase. If your plan is to sell something online. At the bottom of the funnel, these videos aren't supposed to get a bunch of views. If you had a ton of views on those videos, you would probably be a millionaire, first of all. Second of all, it'd be kind of alarming because you don't want everybody to agree with the very bottom of the funnel unless you have just a massive amount of followers. Even people with like 3 or 400K followers on Instagram, when they start to post bottom of the funnel videos, they tend to get like significantly less, like probably like 10K views when they're used to getting 100K because they're so hyper niche. They're for the person that's going to buy. It's a very, very bottom of the funnel. Then you get them into the sales process. That's how I like to view content. It's a funnel at the end of the day, but think about the market. Think about the fish. Think about casting that huge net. When you're starting to think about like how many types of videos you're posting per week, like are you posting once a day, 7 different top of funnel? Or should you deviate it to where you're posting 3 middle of the funnel, 2 bottom of the funnel and to top of the funnel. Having that tiered system will really open up different passageways in your brain to see what kind of content you should make every day. I was going to head to the studio to record this, but I decided to stay at my desk because I needed to say it now. If you watch this far, obviously you have something in you that wants to do content at a high level, and all it might be is just a couple mental barriers that are blocking you, and you just need to clear them. That's it. If you want to work one-on-one, I help business owners find their voice online and find the confidence to post what they're passionate about. Just shoot me a DM on Instagram and we'll figure that out there. Thanks for watching. Hope we enjoyed. See you in the next one.